A cemetery became so badly neglected, families are unable to find their loved ones' graves. 41 Action News investigator Jessica McMaster spoke with a man who says he's been searching for his parents for weeks and wants to know who's responsible for keeping this up.
Yeah, Krista, we walked around the cemetery with him for a couple hours trying to help him find his parents' graves, but with headstones toppled over in grass that actually comes up to your knees, it wasn't easy. It's not what you picture when you think of how your loved ones will be memorialized.
You can get lost in this particular place.
With two bad knees, Charles Porter has spent hours searching for his parents who are buried here in Highland Cemetery, lost somewhere between overgrown weeds and gaping holes where the graves have settled.
Everywhere I look around, I see where something been dug up or removed, holes. It's just pathetic, just the way it's looked now.
A lot of the headstones are partially covered in grass like this one you see here, but take a look at this. You wouldn't even know that it's there. Porter's not alone in his frustration. Dwayne Whitmore says he's been visiting the grave sites of relatives in the cemetery for years, and that each year it gets a little worse.
This is just tragic. Like I said, I pulled up here and I saw this and I was like, what in the world has happened here?
The cemetery is owned by the Land Trust of Jackson County. The corporation takes on properties behind on taxes that no one else wants. Land Trust Commissioner Michael Hunter says it's unfortunate what's become of Highland, but that there's not much they can do. Let's say they pay to fill the holes.
It's probably about a $40,000 ticket.
Add another $27,000 annually to that for regular upkeep. The Land Trust only brings in about $50,000 every year. Hunter says that's just enough to keep the lights on.
I can't make it rain cash, it'd be nice.
Selling the cemetery would be ideal, but that's not a likely scenario since it's almost full. Money would be going into it, but not coming out.
What can be done so that when people go visit their loved ones, they're being memorialized how they hoped they would be?
Great question. I don't have a good answer for that.
While there's no telling when or if the cemetery will ever be what it once was, we were able to help Porter find his father's grave. Unfortunately, he's still searching for his mother's headstone.
I see a whole lot of graves that look like, they haven't been attended to or they're lost to the peoples.
Now, Jackson County Parks and Recreation is now mowing the cemetery. We also spoke with a group who has ties to the jazz community here, Benny Moten. He's a musician and his family are buried in Highland. The group is working to become an LLC. The hope is that they'll get grants to clean up the cemetery. I'm investigator Jessica McMaster, 41 Action News.